Hey, this is our first video for 8.3 for solving systems with addition. If the book didn't make any sense, I'd like to try to help explain a little bit more how this works. Essentially, you have your system of equations and you're going to solve them by adding them together. And these two equations are from the book, so if you saw the lesson, they might seem familiar. And I want you to look at them and see what you can notice about the terms that have y. So just take a minute, maybe even pause the video, see what you notice about the terms that have y. And if you notice that they have the same coefficient, then you were being very observant. They have the same coefficient of 3. One is positive and one is negative. So in this case, you can solve for x by just adding the two equations together. So what you'll do is you'll just add the right side of the equation, add the left side of the equation. For those of you who are interested, the reason this works is, remember, if you do something to the one side of the equation, you do it to the other. And if equations are equal on one side, that means it doesn't matter which one you use. So you can add this side to something or this side. It doesn't matter since they're equal. If it doesn't make sense, it's okay. Just know that this method does work if you have the same coefficient for a variable. So what you're going to do is add this side and add this side. So when you get 6 plus 12, you get 18. When you add a -3 and a +3, that cancels out. And when you add 2x plus x, you get 3x. And now you're left with, well, 3x plus 0 equals 18. You can simplify that to 3x equals 18. Oh, wrong way. You can divide both sides by 3 to get x equals 6. Just take a minute and either write that one down on your end. X equals 6. You're going to take that 6 and plug it into your first equation to solve for y, because you now know one variable. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to use the equation x plus 3y equals 6. If you want to write that down, go ahead and write it down, pause the video, whatever you need to do. X plus 3y equals 6. And we know that x equals 6. So instead of x, we're going to write 6. 6 plus 3y equals 6. You can go ahead and write that down. I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. You'll notice that the 6 on this side will just cancel out, and it'll cancel out on this side, and you're left with 3y equals 0. To get rid of the 3, that's the coefficient, you're just going to divide it out. So divide 3y by 3 and divide 0 by 3, and if you're thinking ahead, you'll know what y will be. 0 divided by anything is 0, so y equals 0. Okay, so now you know that x equals 6 and y equals 0. And you can, you know that that's where those two lines will cross, is where x is 6 and y is 0. It's a coordinate of 6, 0. Hope that helps you guys. I'm going to also post a video on how to solve by addition.